400 million miles away from Earth is a massive ball of gas considered to be a planet. It's bigger than all the planets put together and has a gravitational pull strong enough to have over 60 moons. Could this ball of gas be the reason of our survival? Could it have something bigger than anything in the solar system that we can't see? And does one of Jupiter's moons have life within its shell? This is Jupiter. Jupiter is 142,984 kilometers in diameter. And even on its own, it weighs more than all of our planets put together. Jupiter orbits the Sun in 11.86 years, and a day in Jupiter lasts 9.9 hours long. And if Jupiter were hollow, it could fit more than 1,000 Earths comfortably within its atmosphere.
If you're talking about planets, Jupiter is the big boy in the block, and it really does rule the roost.
Scientists now have reason to believe that Jupiter could be one of the very reasons that Earth still stands today. We could owe our lives, our survival, to this gas giant. Jupiter is a planet that protects us from meteors. But Jupiter's strong gravitational pull, it uses the meteor's own force against it. As a result, the meteor is shot back from whence it came, which is more appropriately named as the slingshot effect. However, if Jupiter were never to exist, Earth may be bombarded with constant meteors, never allowing life to exist on this planet.
Jupiter cleaned out a path that the other planets could exist in some sort of peace.
Jupiter, being the biggest planet in our solar system, has something else so huge its size surpasses that of the Sun, and has the title of being the biggest substance in our solar system. It's the magnetosphere. The magnetosphere takes the form of a largely warped dewdrop. It has a curved front that faces the Sun and a wide, faded end leading towards Saturn, also known as a tail. However, its gargantuan size is still invisible to the eye. Jupiter's magnetosphere is actually its magnetic field, and it stretches to a length of about 450 million miles long. Jupiter's magnetosphere can also generate an output of radiation stronger than anything else in our solar system, aside from the Sun, of course. This is because the magnetosphere catches the solar wind generated by the Sun that contains billions of charged particles. These charged particles are now circling Jupiter. This is because the biggest planet in our solar system is also a massive conductor. So this allows Jupiter to generate a total of 10 billion amps of electricity. Jupiter, even with some of its mysteries known, still has many puzzles for us to solve, and probably the biggest, most vague puzzle that needs to be solved is the formation of Jupiter itself. However, there is one theory that may have cracked this puzzle yet. It states that Jupiter could have been a failed star itself. Like the Sun, Jupiter has all the right components to become a star: hydrogen and helium, but it did not have the mass needed to create the internal pressure and temperature to achieve nuclear fusion, so it became a planet instead. This is one of the theories that actually holds the most truth, but of course, we can never know for sure. Jupiter's moons also hold some mysteries that also need to be solved. Jupiter has over 60 moons, but there is only one moon that actually holds the most interest: Europa. Europa is an interest for two main reasons, and this is because it could answer two very important questions that were asked when astronomy was first born. Europa is an ice-covered moon with one of the smoothest bodies ever found in our solar system. With the exception of a few cracks that may have appeared around the satellite, scientists believe that these cracks were actually formed on Europa because of the tidal currents under its ice shelf. This could very well be the discovery of large bodies of water on other planets. This also leads us to what could be another discovery, even better than the last. As we all know, water is the key point of survival and life, so we have reason to believe that just because of the large volume of water found on Europa, that there may be a possibility for life on this barren ice rock. An expedition is scheduled to take place in the year 2020 to confirm the possibility of life.
We would expect only to see primitive life forms, but they might be similar to things that we see on the Earth, but we just don't know.
So as we journey from Earth to space, we shall discover secrets. Secrets that answer our questions. But secrets lead to questions. And those are the secrets we have yet to find an answer to. So it seems impossible to really know what's out there, away from our planet. But all we can do is find a way to help discover more secrets right here. Ba 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 ba.